All right, race 2 of the Super Sunday program here, and it's a big bit of excitement. We have our sidecars brought to us by Corporate Print. Corporate Print, the team design, print, signage and web. What more do you need? And they are our super sponsor for the sidecars this weekend. This one's going to be good as well. We've got a big 10-lap trip sorted out. So we had a couple of good races last week with the sidecars and a 10-lapper, Neil. Oh, we're on here as we get ready, gridded up nicely. Marshals are in and all happy, so we're going to get ready to go. This is race 2 of the Sunday, race 2 for our sidecars for the weekend. And can anyone stop Barry Smith and Stu Dawes? Spike Taylor with a wonderful start.
Terrible
off
start.
the front row there. Bird's got a good start as well. He's going to jostle for position. He's going to get himself into second place. We've got the Dowman team, Peter doing the driving, and we've got Michael doing the passengering there. They're going to sneak into third place. So drama for our winners here yesterday, Neil. Barry Smith and Stu Dawes, horror start. They're Barry back in third place.
And they're down trying to make the move. I think they'll have the big 1,000 wound up and they'll get around the outside. I think they'll quickly go into third. Yes, they do. But it is the team out there. What about it? It's Father Spike who's out in front, but it's son Isaac who swings for Bert, who's sitting back there in second place. So they're not a father and son combo like the Dowman family. They're father and son that are a rider and swinger, but they're on two different machines. If you understand maybe the family motors, boys will want to go racing, but let's not have father and son together. But whatever it is, I think it just works and it's fabulous. And young Isaac, you'll get to meet him with Bert on the podium, I'm sure, at the end of the day. What a super young man and loving our sport and doing extremely well out there. So let's lock and load and let's get into it here at the moment. Brad, we're getting it tighter so quickly already.
Oh, absolutely. This is going to be absolutely on. Spike's turned up to play here. We saw Spike on Friday and under a massive fitness cloud. He was really unwell, so he's really turned it on. Look at him backing it into the bus stop. He's fired up, ready to go. Barry Smith goes up the inside of Bird into the bus stop. What a big move from our man here. Former championship pairing, Stu Dawes on the back of that Carl Cox Motorsport long bike. And then you've got Michael and Isaac in third place. So actually 3 F1s going in it. Graham Harris and John Rawcliffe, they'll be in fourth place. That's another F1 machine. And then go back. Fifth in the race, Peter Dowman, Michael Dowman doing the passengering there. That will be the first of the F2s coming through, and they're in fifth place. And then go back sixth and final runners, Dave Reesby and Sue Vandenheuvel. They will be rounding out the thing on that beautiful Mo Hulley presented mid-80s machine. So have a look at that. That's a Formula 1 bike, but it is a short frame there, Neil. So there's a bit of history, a bit of excitement, and our sidecars turning on at round 4 of NZSBK.
I'll tell you what as well, and if you've seen, of course, that combo for years with Adam Unsworth, and in fact, in the days of Stu Dawes swinging as well, and they were on the Boss Engineering window for a long time in F1 racing in New Zealand. They've stepped up to another machine. In fact, you've now got Adam on one machine and Stu on the other. But what I'm trying to get at is that you'll see the Boss Engineering still on the paintwork, and that's a machine that John's got out there at the moment. So we've got that older model F1 sidecar. Now that's a New Zealand built one as compared to the modern LCRs, which you've got as first, second and third in this race at the moment. They of course are a European made sidecar chassis. So there we go, the Kiwi Bike Endurance machine in flying good form out there with the hotshot himself, Mr. Spike Taylor, multi-times New Zealand champion and super swinger, Mrs. Kendall Dunlop doing the work out there. And I'll love to catch up with the family afterwards and see just what's going on, because they are an amazing family supporting this sport. And Kendall just loves her swinging, and she is absolutely dynamic and only pint size of that. So doing hard yards. In fact, you're looking out along the Timmery Motor straight here at levels, and you watch Kendall, you can't even see where she is. She is tucked lower than the profile of the bodywork of that beautiful machine. So good to see out there as we're taking charge. And Barry's storming back, because there's Bert back, and we called Michael, but we all know him as Bert Wallen. And Bert's back there in third place, remembering he was as high as second and right on the tail of his teammate Spike Taylor. But now that Barry's got past him and gone, Barry now closing the gap in on Spike. Can Spike hold him out? We're going to get them in the picture at the moment. I think it might be just one. No, look for the other. There's the picture on Ctas, gives the show away as the gap is closing, absolutely closing in favour of Barry. But hey, I don't know, Brad, I think for the first time we might have a Spike Taylor win in the South Island. I reckon he can do it from here.
Oh, absolutely. I talked to Spike this morning. He's fired up, ready to go. So he's got a few tricks up his sleeve here. He's feeling a lot better this morning. So four-time New Zealand sidecar champion, in his direct words, soon to be five-time. He's fired up, ready to go. Had his first championship back in 2004, and he had his claim to fame. 1991, he won the New Zealand sidecar TT race, and that was his claim to fame, beating Adam Unsworth in his own private patch. So Spike Taylor, an absolute legend of sidecar racing. He's flying down the back straight. Look at him, but he has got the fast lap of the race. He was 3/10 quicker than Barry and Stu on that lap around. Fired up Spike Taylor on that Mobility Wire Wrapper Penrite Oils Kiwi Bike Insurance machine. He's here to play, Neil, and this is going to be exciting, but a big 10-lapper. Still 7 to go. We've only had 3 of them, so early days here. but some excitement building for that Mobility Wairarapa team.
All right, so we talked about the top three. They have been the ones that have been on the podium in the 3 races from Ruapuna last weekend and one here yesterday. So Spike, Barry and Bert. But then we go to Graham Harris, Pete Dowman and Dave Reesby out there. And thanks to Dave and Sue keeping the South Island flag flying as well. They've been the super, I suppose you'd say, continuous competitors here from the south, but having Graham Harris and John Rawcliffe on board today. John, what a super guy he is. Man, oh man, I love that guy. I got so much respect for him. I want to say that, of course, went all the way from Invercargill to Taupo for round 1 of the Suzuki Series. Spent a bit of time then in the next week before he in the North Island and staying around for Manfield. Then in the week plus between then and Boxing Day, went back home to Southland. Then here he is coming back up to join us last weekend. And the only reason he was at Ruapuna was to lend a hand to some other Southland people competing. And here he was camping in the old tranny van underneath the trees here at Ruapuna, fully committed to helping other people race. And here he is now with an opportunity to go swinging. We asked him at briefing this morning what it was like. He gave the thumbs up. So there you are for a very busy competitor this summer and doing it both on 2 wheels and on 3. And of course the Bert coming up, the fabulous Bert Munro Challenge in Invercargill, and we're counting them down. We are only 4 weeks away this weekend to the Bert, so that'll come around pretty quick, and he'll of course be back in his home Southland patch on one of his great machines, competing religiously as he has done for many years. So a good story of our entire new family with people like John on board, Brad.
Oh man, it's heating up at the front. We were talking about how Spike was quicker than Barry, but that has now diminished. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, they've found something really special in that Carl Cox Motorsport machine. They have reeled in Spike Taylor, and now we've got a full-on showdown. Ding-dong battle at the front through the bus stop. Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop, they will tick off another lap. There's now 5 to go, halfway through. An excitement here at race 2 of the weekend. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr on a 4-race winning streak, including the New Zealand Grand Prix for F1 sidecars last weekend. They want to get their names on the trophy. It was a new series leader for Barry and Stu. They overtook Spike overnight in the championship, so Spike needs to hang on for dear life. We've got it on here as we're halfway through the race 2 for sidecars, brought to us by Corporate Print. Still got Bert and Isaac there in 3rd place, so they're doing a good job and having a hell of a lot of fun down in the South Island, so always great to catch up with Bert and the team there. And then look out, just in behind we've got Graham Harris, Johnny Rawcliffe there, and Peter and Michael Dowman. So that battle for the podium, that's sort of starting to become a little bit exciting there as well, Neil, as Graham reeling in Bert there.
I want to give some credit as well to Adam Unsworth, who's not with us here to compete, decided not to come to the South Island round, so effectively surrendered his first place. Absolutely smashed it out of the ballpark at both Taupo and Manfield for the opening 2 rounds of NZSBK, and of course then Whanganui for the famous Boxing Day. But on the day, Barry Smith was actually able to take one win, and I'll tell you what, there was the biggest blocking going on there. It was like he was with on a Kenworth and a trailer, the way he was able to go around there and keep Adam at bay, and that's the technique of good sidecar racing, so nice to see there. Brad, I think we changed.
Man, it's exciting. Barry just showed him a wheel, didn't quite get through there into turn 1, now he's going to follow him around turn 2 and turn 3. It's all about getting that drive out onto the back straight. Spikes look pretty good getting out onto the back straight, but here is Barry Smith and Stu Dorr reeling them in on that Carl Cox Motorsport machine. They're going to get in the slipstream and surely look to do a move here. Spike and Kendall, Barry and Stu, this is one for the ages as Barry pulls up alongside. This is going to be a good old drag race. Who's going to be the latest on the brakes? It's going to be on into the John Jones Steel left-hander. We have a new race leader. Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, they now take the lead with 4 laps to go in race 2 of the sidecars for the weekend, and Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, Neil, just keep on rolling nicely.
Well, in fact, talk about wins as well. Barry couldn't be quick enough to whip it in the interview yesterday that he did win the Carl Cox International golf tournament as well. So there's just more to racing these bikes when you come in here to the South Island. He was so quick to get that one in. So there you go. Oh, so a bit of drama. Somebody out here.
Yeah, so we've got Graham. Graham's pulled up pit side, so he's now out of this one here. They've been chasing gremlins in that machine all weekend, so that's not what we wanted to see. And now they are now trackside watching the remainder of this one here in the start line shoot there. But Barry Smith and Stu Dorr now lead across the stripe for the first time, and now 3 laps to go. Spike and Kendall, they've tried gallantly, but now they're slowly starting to lose touch with that front pairing. But right there, ready to go. We've got Bert and Isaac still there in 3rd place. Peter and Michael Dowman still the first of the F2s. They've gone up into 4th place now with Graham sideline and Dave and Sue. They will now be up into the top 5 as we've got 5 remaining sidecars. And the Corporate Print race 2, 10 lap here this afternoon as well. So we've got 10 lap this morning, 10 lap this afternoon. They will be the penultimate race on the program here today. and that will be something to look out for as Spike continues to find something a little bit special. It was a runaway victory for Bears here yesterday, so all things pointing upwards here with some good racing in our sidecars, Neil.
And Graham Harris has just all of a sudden got going again, so not quite sure as to why. Maybe it is a gremlin, as you say. Maybe it's an overheating or an ECU kind of issue that just gets a bite to die, because it looks fine back out on the track at the moment. So Graham and John rejoining the race at this stage, and here's your challenge on at the moment with Mike and Dave just looking to see if they can get up on the inside. Is there going to be a no? It won't be a change. Won't be a change. So still that fight going on for the third place. Who wants to be on the podium after those boys? So in fact, it's Pete and Mike. My apologies, correction there. And we've got Dave and Sue in on the action as well. So that battle all on at this stage. But anyway, it's now officially Barry Smith Tudor first, Spike Taylor, Kendall Dunlop in second, Michael Wallen, Isaac Taylor in third, followed by Pete Dowman, Michael Dowman fourth, fifth for Dave Reesby, Sue Van Helen, and then go to sixth with Graham Harris and John Rawcliffe. So there's your lineup of sidecar combos for the six in the field for our PTS Logistics at New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championship.
Yeah, and a fastest lap from Barry Smith and Tudor of a 1:10.5, so that's only less than a second off lap record pace, with a brand new era of Barry's career as the Avon Tyre Factory no longer in existence. So the new 13-inch rear tyre for the future of sidecar racing. So Barry Smith and Tudor, a new chapter of their racing career, and Bear seems to be finding his feet quite nicely. That Carl Cox Motorsport machine absolutely flying here today. Has got 2 laps to go. The white flag ready and waiting for this dynamic format championship pairing. Their campaign in this summer is well back on track. They had a win at the Cemetery Circuit, but apart from that, a mixed bag really in the North Island. They've come to the South Island fired up and ready to go. And here we go, the 73 out of the bus stop, and they will grab the white flag. 1 lap to go, and this will be a 4-race winning streak. Can they extend it to 5? We're going to find out in 1 lap's time. We've got Spike and Kendall. They're still in touch with that leading pair, but it's a good effort out there. That Kiwi Bike Insurance, Penrod Oils, Mobility Wairarapa outfit still there in second place. So you 1-2, they have absolutely bolted. You've got a good little battle going on for third place. We've got Bert and Isaac still hanging on to that one, and Peter and Michael, they're just tucked in behind. So they're going through the McKissick curve at the moment. They will be ready to get their white flag very, very shortly. And we've dished it up here. Sidecars, they've been a feature on the program. Good to have them back in the South Island. We had a couple of NZSBKs where we didn't bring them down to the South Island, just in the North Island rounds only. And now back in the South Island, and always a crowd favourite, Neil, and excitement here for the 73 as they are looking to extend a winning streak to 5 races long. That's a monumental streak here in the sidecar paddock in 2024.
So great to see, as well as the flag is out there, the wave of the white, of course, here in New Zealand, the greater English part of the world, of course, that recognise the white flag as a symbol of 1 lap to go. Doesn't always be the case in other countries around the world under the FIM, the governance body of World Motorcycle. I see they're going to celebrate their 120th anniversary this year, so well done as the checkered flag is waved, and there we go, bring it home for the mighty team. So there you go, congratulations again to Barry and Stu, pulling off another big one. In fact, that is absolutely massive, as far as the victory is concerned. So just get the idea. I wonder whether poor Spike might have hit the wall a little bit on that. He was smoking hot in the early part of the race, hasn't quite come home to the same extent at the end of it. I wonder whether the sweat will be absolutely pouring off that man when you pick up the lurg, when you're here in the south, and then find yourself on the back foot health-wise the entire week of being laid low. Would be absolutely terrible for him just when he wanted to have a far better week. But anyway, that's part of the sport. And there we go with our team to come home, Dave and Sue, excuse me, and looking back to get the rest of our field up.
All right, so there it is, a 5-race winning streak now from Barry Smith, and he's slowly but surely sneaking away in this New Zealand Sidecar Championship for F1 machinery. So Barry Smith and Stu Dorr, the Carl Cox Motorsport pairing, keep on rolling on nicely. Spark Taylor and Kendall Dunlop had electric pace in the early stages, so they can take some positives away from that, but they need to start beating Barry and Stu really if they want to try and take this fight to the Burt Munro and then to the top of the North Island. We will have 2 more rounds of our sidecar championship. Man, it's exciting. We love the sidecars, and it's been a real treat for the eyes. But it is a win for Barry Smith and Stu Dorr. They keep on rolling here. We've got Spike Taylor and Kendall Dunlop on the second step of the podium, and we've got Bert and Isaac, Michael Wallen and Isaac Taylor. They round out the final step of the podium. And we're going to cross down to Neil very shortly, who will be able to wrap all that up. So massive shout out to Corporate Print, your sponsor here locally for our sidecars over the weekend. They have had 2 races done. They got 1 more race later on in the afternoon, another 10-lap trip and that will be certainly one to look out for. So the second to last race on the program. Thank you to our sidecars. We're going to cross down to Neil, and he'll digest all the trials and tribulations down in pit lane.
Hearing of that's plus 30 years, but man oh man, it still sounds sweet, it looks sweet. It was a machine years ahead of its time here in New Zealand, won plenty of New Zealand Superbikes, and great to see that it's in good hands and still circulating on our racetracks. I think that's a real buzz for our sport indeed at the moment. So here we have an opportunity now. We've got to cut straight to the chase here, because we've got to talk at something more important than now racing, because Barry just got it in late in the conversation yesterday, won the Carl Cox Motorsport Golf International. So Barry, this is breaking news. Tell us about your victory.
Bit of a fluke, I think. Stu was leading quite well up until kind of 2/3 of the way through, and I managed to get a hole in one. So even the score up, and then I got
a hole in one. We're talking. Oh, this is state of the art stuff.
I got another couple of lucky hits, and yeah, managed to come away with a win.
So what was the chosen course? Where was the venue?
It was the Jurassic Park in Christchurch. It was actually pretty good, so yeah, it was a good course.
Oh, so in fact the boss beat the swinger. Now that wouldn't have gone down too well, Stu. Is there a protest? Any purple flag going up or anything?
Oh no, I was out in front in the beginning, but yeah, he just came back. He's competitive against each other, just flowed on.
Right, so tell me about the start. Did you have to hit him that time? That was disgusting, wasn't it?
Unfortunately, that side of the track's not clean, you know, from the bikes going on the other side, so it's a lot of rubbish in that. But we thought, if we don't get a good start, we'll just hang back. There's 10 laps to go, so it's a long race, and we'll just, you know, bide our time.
Which you did, and were very successful at. Well done too. Oh, here we are, Kendall up today, and oh, he's got a bit of a smile today. He's looking a little better. There's a bit of colour in there.
Yeah. He's feeling a bit better.
Yeah, well, he was feeling better for about 4 laps, wasn't he, that time?
I reckon we got to a good solid 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he hit the wall?
Yeah.
So we want a rerun of this sort of tomorrow and Tuesday, is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, definitely. Daily racing is what we need. It's the best way to get over COVID.
Indeed. Thank you, Kendall. All right, good work out there. Oh, here we are. Look, he's a serious look on his face, and for a guy that can't do much serious in life, Bert, there's some good fun to be had out there. I tell you what, you guys to get here in third place, you got to work for this.
Oh yeah, that start was cool. Baz got there, and I thought there was a gap there, and it was only about that wide, and I thought I can fit through there, so we went through there. So props to all these guys, they race hard. Isaac doing an amazing job, man, and all our supporters and everything at home. Awesome, thank you very much, guys, and thanks to all the organisers, South Island, for putting on a beautiful day. Awesome.
Well done, beautiful words in there, Bert. Isaac, a bit of a new game. You followed it all your life since you've been in nappies. Now you can get out there and actually do racing. Is sidecar swinging all the fun that it looks?
Oh, 100%. It's all the fun plus more, eh? Can't get enough of it. You just want to keep going and going.
Well done, great story. So there we go, folks. Here's our sidecar family, all part of racing here with NZSBK, and the supporter cheer in the background as well. Love having you all on board with us. Some fantastic interviews there as we catch up with all, of course. And Spike with the Lurg really was feeling the pain of that one, I'm sure. But hey, getting better and better. We can only hope from here. So the Spike Taylor comeback. Here we go. Oh look, I see. Right, okay, we're going to just do a little bit of a readjustle here. This is a Photoshop. We've got Eva up here to do the work as well. So everybody look, oh, this is just sensational. Well done. So loving it. They are the sidecar family. That's what we all talk about out there. So, hey, great, all out there with us, everybody, as we come back into picture right now. Thanks to Ctas going live to the world and our world of sidecar racing. A little bit more of a gentle breeze here today, and just keeping the temperature out. 34 degrees here on Thursday, down to about a 26 yesterday. Peaked up to a 28, 29 yesterday. Forecast for about 24, 25 today. So still a beautiful part of the country. As you can see by the coverage, I tell you what, this place is more burnt than the Sahara Desert. So it's been dry and it's been hot, and it's we're just enjoying this festival of motorcycling. Brought to us by PDS Logistics, our New Zealand Superbike Road Race Championship, coming to you for round number 4. Still plenty more good racing to come out there as well, folks.